excited to share 3 books with you here today. 2 books right here are focused on the genre of sports fiction, and right here we have a nonfiction book that is clearly all about sports, so I think it ties in nicely with these 2 books. Right here I have No More Dead Dogs by Gordon Korman. Gordon Korman is also known for writing books Zwindle and Zubrik, which the students here at this library love to read his books. He's also written book number 2 in 39 Clues series, another hot series out there. Right here in No More Dead Dogs, we have a character, Wallace Wallace. He is sick and tired of reading books where the dog dies at the end of the story. In this book, he is known as being very blunt and honest to the point, which gets him in trouble, especially with his current English teacher. His teacher asked him to write a book report on the play called Old Shepherd My Pal. Well, of course, Wallace, being blunt, decides to tell it how it is. He did not like the book simply because the dog dies at the end. So his teacher decides to serve detention to him, and the detentions will be during drama rehearsals. The drama rehearsals so happen to be practicing for a play called Old Shepherd My Pal, the very book that Wallace claimed he did not like because the dog dies at the end. Wallace is, might I add, a very good athlete. He's a star football player because of winning the final touchdown for the state championship the year before. So, much to his football players' dismay, he has to go to detention rather than football practice. And during the plays, at first Wallace doesn't like it, he's bored, and then he decides, I'm going to give my opinion, I'm going to change this play. So he decides to change the play. You'll have to read this book to find out what does the play end up to be, and does his role on the football team change at the end of the story. Then, right here, I have Keeping Score by Linda Sue Park. If you're a baseball fan, you will absolutely love this book. This is in 1951 in New York, and of course during that time there were 3 baseball teams. There was New York Giants, New York Mets, and New York Yankees. Maggie, 10 years old, is a huge baseball fan. In fact, her whole family is. They are committed to always watching every baseball game and listening to it on the radio. Maggie especially likes to go to the firehouse where her dad works and hang out with the guys and listen to it on the radio. Right there, she becomes friends with Jim, a firefighter. Right in the firehouse, Jim teaches Maggie how to keep score of the baseball game, keeping track of all the stats. Maggie decides she likes it so much, she continues. Then, of course, this book is set during the Korean War, and Jim gets a draft notice. He must go serve in the war, leaving behind the firehouse and Maggie in their baseball scoring. While he's gone, Maggie decides to keep track of all the games, scoring them for Jim, and then she discovers, I want to keep score of the Korean War. So she finds out more who is in the war, why are they in the war, and who's attacking who. Jim finally comes home, and when he does come home, not everything is the same when Jim left. And so you're going to have to read the book to find out how does it all end up with Jim and Maggie, and how does all that keeping score turn out. From a baseball story, we have now a nonfiction book called We Are the Ship, the story of a Negro League Baseball. This is by Kadir Nelson, and I've got to first say, this book is phenomenal in its illustrations. Kadir is known for his paint work and how it all comes to life. And right here, I just love this page. As it folds out, it's colorful, it represents everything of a baseball game, the league and everything. So in here, this book is told factual, but is written from the perspective of a general Negro League baseball player. And each chapter is broken into innings, and he talks about the famous baseball players involved, Babe Ruth, Willie Nelson, Lou Gehrig, all those type of players that they've had interactions with. And then we discover what is the life of a baseball player in the Negro League baseball. Today's baseball players make lots of money. You'll find out back then that they didn't, but to them it was a lot of money. So right here we have We Are the Ship, the story of the Negro League baseball team, a beautifully told factual story with great pictures. Once again, 3 great books focused on sports. If you're a sports fanatic, these just may be your books.